Have you seen a more perfect condo swimming pool in Canberra than this particular condo? Okay, I can tell you that I've never seen such an amazing condo swimming pool. It's to the point whereby I can find myself finally saying that, hey, I can move out of the east and move to the north just because of this condo. I can actually imagine myself living there actually. So basically over the weekend, I viewed this amazing project in Canberra Residences with my buyers. We're hunting for a house now, sold their house already. At first glance, full disclosure, I've never been to this project before in my life. When I was doing my research, I saw the floor plan, I saw the site plan that it looks like this. Okay, it's very normal site plan whereby you have a swimming pool in the middle and then you have your row of towers and blocks surrounding the swimming pool, and then you've got your entrance here, your security guard is there, your tennis court is there. Very normal, right? It's normal. But when we were there, I was like, and we viewed the house first, also okay, not so bad. Then we viewed the facilities, and I'm like, wow, doesn't feel like Singapore at all. I'll show you the videos in a while. Let's start by analyzing the floor plan of the unit. Basically, let me load the floor plan first. So this is the unit we viewed. I want to talk about how important the floor plans are before you start your house hunting. You need to analyze the floor plan before you go down to view the unit so that when you're there, you actually know what you're looking at. What I mean is, for example, look at this size of the bedrooms here. All you see is a single bed. It is not a queen bed. Pro tip, when you see a developer put a single bed on the floor plan, that means that they're not confident a queen bed can fit and it's not going to be sizable lah, right? So when you go there, don't be shocked if you see the bedrooms are not so big lah. But of course, the master room can fit in a king bed. This is a king bed. Now, I compare that to another project that we were viewing on the same day, which was next door in Brownstone. This particular layout, the second bedroom, you can actually fit in a queen bed and got space to walk around. But then, the third bedroom, you notice the queen bed now got no space to walk around. That means that the person sleeping in this room, if it's a queen bed double occupant, the person sleeping by the window now has to climb over the partner at 2 a.m. if he or she wants to go toilet. Not ideal, right? So that's how you can make use of the floor plan to actually have a visual idea what you can expect in the unit lah. But I go back to the Canberra Residence floor plan first. So these Canberra Residences, you cannot fit in a queen bed. Can only fit in a single bed. When we were there, the house was empty already lah, so we couldn't really have a good sense. But essentially, you can imagine you can only put a single bed, your kids' study table, and cannot play in the room. Must play outside. Play at the swimming pool. It's okay, the swimming pool very nice. But we continue with the floor plan. This Canberra residence, take a look. You have a separated dry and wet kitchen. You have home shelter. You have a separate store. I can tell you in today's market, this is a very premium layout. Typically, a 3-bedder today, you only got 3-bedroom, kitchen, no yard. That's it. This one got yard. Got storeroom, got home shelter, balcony also perfect size in my opinion, not too big, not too small. And the living room is spacious. Just take a look at this video. See, the ceiling height, if you notice, was more than 3 meters. The view, not ideal lah, but you know, it was facing the pool perfect. It's facing a neighbor's house only. But essentially, the layout of the unit is huge, it's big, it's amazing. Okay, it's not that my clients are dwarfs lah. The ceiling height really very tall. And basically, I can tell you this unit, nothing wrong with it. But why did I tell my clients not to go for this unit, right? It's not because of the view. It's not because of the price. Because the price is perfect. At 1.34 mil, it is equivalent to an EC just next door, Brownstone. This is a full condo, full private condo one. And then as we continued exploring the facilities, I told the seller's agent, I also my first time here. So it was very nice to lead us around, bring us to the pool. And that was where I was like, wowed. You know, not just by the swimming pool, but by this. The fact that the ground floor units all don't have glass panel, don't have railing. Your only security is that, you see, the water body is that acts as your security from your patio to the people walking around. That is so different from any other project in Singapore. Where else can you find such concept, such openness? It really feels like, you're not in Singapore when I was there. It's like, I really loved it. But as we walked, the seller agent was there. So I asked him, hey bro, so what's the MCST fee, by the way, for the unit we just viewed? He said, oh, it's around 480 per month. I'm like, huh? And then my buyers also looked at me because we've been viewing many houses. The average MCST fee was actually around just 300. Some as low as 290, some 320, very expensive already. This one 480. And of course, I told my clients, hey, actually that's normal because it's on low density. The land very, very big, but then the unit's very little. It's just like 5-story, 6-story high only. So it's very common to have low density units with high MCST fees. That was my explanation to them. But in my mind, I was thinking like, what the hell, $500 for this place, and again, the facilities was amazing, looks amazing, but how often we use? All right. So now let's talk about MCST fee. Okay. What do you actually pay for? Your MCST fee is typically split into two payments. Your management fee, which covers your maintenance for your grounds, covers your housekeeper, sorry, not housekeeper, your groundskeeper, covers your gardener, covers your, security 24/7, this kind of stuff. And then there's also sinking fund. The sinking fund is your kitty fund, your condos savings fund to pay for future repainting, to upgrade your, like recently a lot of condos I noticed upgraded their security system from the typical buzz system to now high tech one. You scan your face, there's owners can give you a QR code for visitors. So all this costs money and it comes from your sinking fund. And then sometimes some developers, some condos, they want to install new facilities. Like for example, my place here, the developer back then forgot to build a function room. Let me show you. This is my place. You enter here, security guard and all that. And then after that, you want to host a party with your friends. You realize that, okay, this one brown color is the gym, the rooftop of the gym. And then here is cabana, here is a tennis court. And then here is another tennis court. This one is just playground. And then over here, number 14 is your barbecue pit in the exposed in the open. Where's your function room? Like today, now, just rain. If I want to have a party with my friends year end, how? Cannot go in the function room. And for some people, that matters. Okay, I have clients who say that this condo function room no good, not my priority. What more about this condo? Got no function room at all. Not even going to be considered lah. That's where the sinking fund comes in. Now, in the recent AGM, my MCST has agreed to spend, get this, Sing dollars, 200,000 just to study the feasibility of building a function room. Not just to build, but to study only. Can build or cannot. Walao eh. A lot of money, And then they also in the same AGM they also announced that there's no change in your MCST fee. Every year can change one, can go up, can go down. You think can go down? No, we always go up. But this year they no change, spending the same amount next year. Now this is good, because if I hear that you are spending 200,000 to study, can install a function room or not, and then you still want to increase my MCST fee, wow, complain or no. But that shows that's where your MCST fees goes to. Sinking fund and management fee. Yeah, is it good that your MCST fees are high? Because that means you can upkeep the place better, right? But if again, put that in context, if I can spend 200,000 to study, does that mean that my condo got too much money? Does that mean that, they don't need to collect such a high amount of MCST from me every month, every quarter? So this kind of stuff you start to think lah. And then most important, for me, I buy property not to enjoy the facilities. I buy property so that I can see financial returns, profits lah. The number one question I will ask is, I pay high MCST, will it translate to higher selling price? Let's say it together, guys. The answer is no. It just becomes sunk cost. It just adds on to my cost of holding of my property. What are my other costs of ownership? Okay, it would be my housing loan mortgage interest that I pay, I don't get back. It would be my property tax that I pay that I don't get back. It will also be this MCST fee that I pay and I don't get back. If I were to increase the MCST fee, that means every day, every year, every month, my cost of expenses, my cost of living goes up. Why would I want to do that? Okay, we go back to Canberra Residences. As I mentioned, this unit is $480. Next door, Brownstone, which is an EC, is just $300. So what if it's an EC? That's why it's cheap. I don't care. I just know that in fact, if you go to Brownstone, you will see the facilities is just as good as many, if not better than many condos in today's market already. Okay, the fact that they have multi-story car park, to me that's a minus, but everything else is great. The facilities, the groundskeeping, the function room is great. You got tennis court, got basketball court also. Brownstone facilities are top notch. And I'm only paying $300 there compared to $500 at Canberra Residences. So today, even if you can accept $500 per month for a entry-level 3-bedder unit, you have to ask yourself, in future, when you want to sell, would your buyers be able to accept such a cost as well? Because one day, eventually, you will sell. If not in 3 years' time, maybe you do a mid-term hold of 5 years. Maybe you do a long-term hold of 15 years. Eventually, you want to sell, to upgrade or downgrade. You have to think about the buyers. In 15 years' time, if I'm going to be paying the same amount of MCST for a 20-year-old project versus a brand new project, I would rather spend it on a brand new project with nicer facilities, right? So you have to understand buyers' thought process as well, future buyers' thought process. And in fact, if you want to sell your house, this is what's going to happen to you. On Monday, your agent calls you saying that, sir, Saturday got viewing. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you argue with your spouse, your children, your helper to clean the house. Clean the house. Saturday, people coming, I want to sell the house for a high price, must clean the house. Then Friday, finally, everyone spent 2 hours together to clean up the house. Saturday, viewing. People come, people go. Sunday, you call the agent. Hey, Mr. Agent, what's the update from all the buyers who came? Mr. Agent says, Mr. Seller, the buyers say they love the project, they love your house, but they cannot accept such a high MCST fee. I can tell you this process repeats itself Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the next 6 months. Okay, it's very hard to sell because your MCST fees are just too high. The only way for you to sell is you must hope a buyer comes down, they love the place so much, they forgot to ask what's the MCST fee, then they place a deposit, then they only find out later on, then they cannot complain, they cannot scold anyone. That's the only way, okay? But of course, that's not the most ideal way of selling a property, right? That's not the most ideal situation to be in. So in the end, I told my buyers that it's their decision to make. As of today, I'm recording, we are still hunting for a new place, and they will only go back to Canberra residences if they cannot find anything suitable for themselves in the area. This would potentially be the KIV of the last priority already. Of course, I had this conversation, we were also excited. We were also like, wow, this place is so good. But I sat them down, I spent like 10 minutes to explain to them the implications. Why? Why did I make my job even tougher for myself? It's to make sure that my clients make an informed decision and they don't make an emotional decision just because they love the place so much. There's going to be trade-offs down the road and it's whether they can accept or not. But again, if they cannot find anything else, they'll be happy to come back here. So you're looking to do your house hunt, upgrade your property, come let me know. My team will be more than happy to help you guys. All right, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.